Hey everybody, so you're thinking about growing eggplants in your garden this season, but you got like a million questions. Well, in this video, we're going to cover the top 10 questions on growing the eggplant. We're going to cover what varieties to grow, how to grow it, when to grow it, how to fertilize it, how to care for it, how to harvest it, and even how to store it. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Question number one, when do you start growing your eggplants? Well, eggplants thrive in warm weather. So if you're going to start them from seeds indoors like we're doing here at the farm, then you want to start them about 2 to 3 weeks prior to your last frost date. If you're going to sow them directly into the garden, the soil temp needs to be above 70 degrees. Now at 70 degrees, you're going to see the germination in about 12 to 16 days. If the soil is warmer, say 84 degrees, then you're going to get a germination between 6 to 8 days. Question number two, how much sun does an eggplant need? Well, an eggplant needs between 6 to 8 hours of good quality sun. If you're not sure if you're going to be getting enough sun at the location that you're standing in, well, what you can do is you can get on your phone, go to the app store. There is an app called Sun's Path. It's a free download, and what it does is it overlays the camera of your phone with the path of the sun, so you can just click on it and it's going to show you when the sun is going to come up and then when the sun is going to go down, and that's going to give you the exact amount of time that your eggplant's going to get. Question number three, do eggplants require a lot of water? Yes. Well, actually, eggplants prefer their soil moist but not wet. So what you want to do is make sure that you're giving them at least 1 inch of water a week, and it's watered down to about 6 inches. Question number four, how do you fertilize your eggplants? Well, an eggplant requires a lot of potassium. So if you're going to go to a local garden center and buy some fertilizer, I would recommend picking this up. This is readily available. This is from Vigoro. This is an organic plant food. It's for tomatoes and vegetables. It's a 465, so it provides plenty of the potassium that it's looking for. Now, if you want to order something online that's not readily available at a garden center, I would pick two things. One of them is Haas Tools, Greg and Mama Haas. They've got an incredible product. What it is their organic plant food, but it also has 9% calcium in it. Now, one of the problems with growing an eggplant is blossom end rot. All of the nightshades have that particular problem. That's tomatoes, bell peppers, and eggplants. The calcium that's in their fertilizer helps prohibit that from happening. The other one I would suggest is from Agrothrive. Now, this is a pre-digested fertilizer. Now, what that means is that usually on a dry fertilizer like I was just showing you, it has to get into the soil, microbes then digest it and absorb it, and then it's available for the roots to pick it up. Agrothrive is actually pre-digested, so it goes directly to the plant. One of the downsides to that is you're going to need to feed them weekly, whereas the dry fertilizer, you can put it in and it's going to go every 2 to 3 weeks. Question number five, do eggplants need support? The answer is yes. If you're just growing 1 or 2 plants, then a tomato cage is going to be just fine. If you're growing more than that, then plant it on a trellis or along a fence line is going to be perfect for you. Now, what we use is something called a Florida weave. If you're not familiar with that, what I want you to do is in the comment section below, just type in the word weave, and I'll make sure that I put that video out so that you can see how we do it here on the farm. Now, as we're going through these questions, if you have any more questions or if you want me to expand on it, you can just leave a comment in the section below. If you want to see more videos like this, just hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Question number six, how do you deter pests on your eggplants? Well, the best thing to do is companion planting. The best companion plants are basil and marigolds. As a matter of fact, if you're going to sow your eggplants directly into the ground, you can actually sow the basil and the marigolds at the exact same time. If you're going to be using some type of an insecticide, use an organic insecticide. I use an insecticidal soap when I see the bugs directly, or what I do is as a preventative maintenance, I will do neem oil every week to 2 weeks in order to keep the aphids and the whiteflies down. Question number seven, when do you harvest your eggplants? Well, the eggplants are going to tell you once they go from a dull to a shiny look like this guy is right here, then it's time to go ahead and pick them. Now, what you want to do is you want to take a sharp pair of shears, cut them off. Now, an eggplant is going to continue to grow and produce throughout the season. So if you cut it clean, you're going to see flowers are going to come back out and you're going to continue to grow your eggplants. Question number eight, how do you store your eggplants? Well, an eggplant, once you get it picked, go ahead and put it in your refrigerator and it's going to last you up to a week. Let's go on to the next question. Question number 9, are eggplants easy to grow for beginners? Absolutely, as long as you follow the steps that we just talked about, the right sunlight, the right nutrients planted at the right time, the right water, you're going to be good to go. Last but not least, question number 10, which varieties to grow? Now, the number one variety that's in the garden centers, also you're going to find it in your supermarkets, and it's number one in the seed catalogs, is this guy right here, and it's called Black Beauty. This is pretty resistant to pests. It grows pretty easily, so this would be one that you definitely want to have in your garden if you're going to go directly into the soil. If you are a container gardener, there is a seedling that's in the garden center that's called Ichibon, I-C-H-I-B-O-N. And that one is a very, very good plant to grow if you're a first-time eggplant grower. It's very resistant to pests and also resistant to diseases. The other thing that we're growing that you can grow either in a container, raised bed, or directly into the soil, which is one of them that we're growing, is from Burpee, and it's from a seed, and it's called New Moon. This is a small eggplant, and it's about the size of a softball. It works really, really well in your raised beds and also in your container gardens. That's the three that we're going to be growing. I'm Greg from Bell's Backyard. I'll see you in the next video.